Well, if you're like me, you've been wondering what the heck is Fox Hunt? And I have so many videos already covering what we know for a fact and the speculations of what could be. I don't want to sit here and go through crazy again with a lot of those things, but I want to tell you that on September 25th, and by the time you watch this video, if it's after that, it's still going to be an entertaining video. We'll dive into some things for this game and product, and then we'll have fun with it. All right. So let's just enjoy the ride and kind of go from here and see what exactly they are doing with this. Okay. Basically, I originally thought it was a battle royale. I thought it was an extraction shooter. Now I'm thinking it's something totally different. I want to kind of just showcase some stuff. We're going to start off with the actual event and make it very simple. This is the exact date, and I'll have the link in the description. I basically already covered this on a previous channel, but now we have confirmation and the official link for it. As you can see right here, I did a deep dive on this when it comes to the show. They have a show, which is the Tokyo Game Show, and they have all their games, but I focused on the Metal Gear portion, which they do this hotline show with the producer, the creative director, and even Fox Hunt director is there. So all of that is happening during that week. And then they finally published this, which is an image of Fox Hunt, confirming that they're going to be basically focusing on Fox Hunt for this event. So we're going to get official gameplay. They also had a survey, which I'm not going to go through, but you can put in the information you want about what you want next in the series. I have a video about that. You should check it out. It's definitely good. All right, with all that out of the way, I want to get into somewhat speculations and somewhat facts. Right? So we know for a fact they're going to bring the gameplay and they're going to explain what the heck this mode is. What is it? What is it? If you watch this footage, there's dudes sitting there with, props, for example, the camo, and then he captures somebody. I don't think this is going to be effective against other players. They're going to figure it out pretty fast, in my opinion, unless they do something new, but we'll see how it works. It's still very cool and it's amazing, and we'll see how it all plays out in the long run. But I love that. I love it a lot. And it's interesting. It's a stealthy type of play. And what they said is a hide and seek style experience, but with the Metal Gear feel of it. So I'm all for that. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to overhype you guys or underhype it or anything like that. I just want to stay steady on this, and hopefully you guys don't get too crazy like I have about it. But I did want to kind of talk about it briefly. Okay, we know for a fact that it's not a one-on-one. I don't think so. They didn't show much. It looks like a one-on-one, but it didn't make sense because some of the pictures and posters have multiple players together. And on top of that, when we saw the HUD, which they don't showcase in these little clips that I got from social media, basically the HUD showcased that looks like an MGO style of a game, and you do see them fight each other. So it's not just this one scenario. And I want to kind of go over a couple of key things before we get prepared for the show. All right, here we go. So I want to go over some of these pictures and give you kind of what to expect for the event. The event, they're going to basically take you through the gameplay and give you the mechanics and all of that stuff. Okay, pretty straightforward. And there might be other teases at future projects, but I doubt it because they still have Delta just released. They're going to promote that more and maybe give away some new stuff that's coming, like a DLC for the story. But let's focus on Fox Hunt. So as you can see right here, you can pick up items from the floor. This has to be a mechanic because why would they purposely put this image out there to the public? As you can see right here, there's weapons we've known before. And then there's a bunch of items like rations, ammo, heals, and even shotgun, and of course the cardboard box. Pretty cool. There's two players here. They're on the same team, so I don't think they're going to be fighting each other. But that's an example of the team-based setup, and you have to find items as you go. So this might be a bigger area. This kind of reminds me of MGO3 map. They're using a lot of Phantom Pain items, and that's fine with me. I love Phantom Pain. And we'll see how this works out as far as the survival part. There's going to be some survival element. Now, the question is, can you come in with weapons, or do you always have to reset start with nothing like a battle royale usually does. So it can be either way. It can turn into an extraction or it can turn into battle royale. And that's kind of why I still believe in that a little bit. Now, we're going to get into one of the parts that make me question the game. There is a big ranking system. You can see right here, you're going to earn XP as you go. You see it's 1,000 for ranked 1, and I'm sure it'll keep going up. And then you go from Fox 1, that's the name of the person, and their rank, and then they'll keep going up. Key thing to note here is there's level 30, looks like probably the max. Might be more, so don't take everything I say, but each level you get 10 levels, you'll end up unlocking the actual camo that we've seen already and we got confirmed. And another thing is the mask and suits. Okay, so this is kind of the unlocks that you'll be getting, and you can see there's none right now. And then your life regen and your stamina recovery. So there is going to be stamina, there is going to be life regen, but the question here is, do you have to earn it? And I believe you're going to have to earn it and level up to unlock that and upgrade your characters. Well, it's what it's looking like. Let's keep in mind, this is what it's looking like. It's not what it is. And then there's request reward package. So I'm assuming with the in-game currency, you have 0 right now, but you're able to ask for packages, which will give you basically a loadout. Okay. The ATM camo is the stuff you've seen, stealth camo, when they change colors and directions. This is confirmed. And then you have the masks and suits, which we saw different outfits and things that you can do. And what's crazy about this is that they have the boss, Ocelot, and Big Boss all as masks. I don't know if we're going to be able to play as them or just put on a mask that looks like them. I would think it's just be their mask, which makes a lot of sense because the game already has that mechanic on Snake Eater. You could put on, Raiden's, you know who, face. So that goes that. And one of the coolest things I personally love, if you're new to Metal Gear and you're just watching my video, like, what is he talking about? Well, radio presets are basically ways to communicate. You don't have to even talk. You can set it up and put a lot of good information like, hey, come with me. Hey, stop, they're over there. And it's basically the best ping system Metal Gear's had, better than all other games in recent years. Well, forever, 10 years plus years ago. And then as you can see right here, this is kind of like the objective that I talked about. If it's a battle royale, but you have to get objectives, it's interesting. I don't think a lot of battle royales have many objectives in them. They're just kind of like, get in there, take everybody out, and be the last one alive. So this is different, and that's why I say it might not be a battle royale, but it has battle royale elements. So that is the question on how this is going to play out overall. And the question I have, some people are probably new to the series and don't really know much about it, but in the original Metal Gear Online games, there was a mode where you can play with stealth camo, and then the other team will attack you. And then in part 3, they did that, but they made it so that people who have stealth camo will have non-lethal weapons. And then the lethal weapons are the people defending the objectives. And if this is the mode that they're kind of doing, you can see the guy has a lethal weapon. I don't think that's the case, but I do think there is some type of like, if it's a defend and attack, then there's certain scenarios that this could play like. And it does feel like it is somewhat of a defend and attack type of mode. But since they said it wasn't going to be a traditional MGO, curious on what that means. And there's so many ways to kind of take this and say, oh, they're just kind of doing the old modes with a new twist. That could be the case. And it'll be interesting if it's kind of MGO, but there's 3 or 5 teams or so, like a bigger map and more teams and nobody has weapons. They got to find the weapons. And then you play an objective all against each other. Could be interesting. It's not a regular battle royale. It's an objective-based mode with multiple teams. Something I thought about because originally I was saying it's got to be a battle royale if it's not MGO. I don't know anymore. So many variables. But these are the kind of things that I've been thinking about and that I'm curious to see September 25th. Again, I will be covering this as much as I can. Remember, it's up to their show. I don't have, the exact details yet. So take anything I say with a grain of salt because we don't know. We don't know for sure what their game plan. And I don't want to overhype you guys with something, but I will say this: as you can see right here, you have the amazing uh, event on September 24th. Actually, it's on the 24th, not the 25th, at 10:30 p.m. I'm gonna probably stream this. Okay, if I was to be exact, that's on a Wednesday. So Wednesday night, we will be streaming this, hanging out and doing a deep dive. And of course, I'll do videos and break it down later. That's what's going down. Now, I want to kind of draw your attention to the Tokyo Game Show. If you're like Konami and all that stuff, they have more than just this one game. You can see all of it right here. They're going to bring some new stuff. This Silent Hill game is releasing. It looks spectacular. And then they have the link for the survey asking you, what remake do you want next for the Metal Gear series? And this is your job right now. I'm not playing with you. Right after this video, in the description and in the comment section, I'm going to leave the link for you to actually admit that you want Metal Gear Solid 4. I am not playing with you guys. You better go and do that right now. Right? You can like, subscribe, and comment if you show me love, but I need you to do that for the series so that Konami can know we want more. Okay? That's the whole rundown, and that's all I got for you today, man. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to learn more about the Tokyo Game Show or the survey, videos should be popping up on screen. Thank you guys so much. Take care.